The ideal customer for a machine like this, I would say certainly the crowd here at the utility show in Louisville. This is a 15-foot class machine, so your base dig depth is 15 feet, and it's got a wider stabilizer footprint as well. So if you're doing heavy lift, deep digging, hard breakout, this is the machine for you.
Want to put some extra horsepower behind your operations? Click the link below to subscribe to Equipment World's daily newsletter for the latest construction equipment news, trends, and reviews.
I'm David Young. I'm the Senior Product Consultant for Cat Backhoe Loaders covering North America. And I want to talk about some updates we've made to our 440 and our 450 sales models. Here today, this is our 440. Now some of the updates we've made several, and these updates are available now. They went into production in June of this year. I'll start with the engine. So we now have both the 440 and the 450 on the C3.6 engine. Historically, they've been on the C4.4 engine. So now they're on the same engine and engine installation as our 430 and down models. In doing so, we were able to bump the horsepower spec up on our 440 machine, taking it from 115 gross horsepower to 127 gross horsepower. And the 450 still retains its 143 gross rating as well. So now we have the 440 positioned very nicely from a power rating between our 430 model at 115 and our 450 model at 143. Another thing we've done is brought in some of the electrical components from our 416 through our 430 models. And I'll start with our touchscreen display. So standard on the 40 and the 50, when you get the cab, you get the new Cat touchscreen display with the most recent UI 3.0 interface. And through that touchscreen display, we now have the ability to tune by function on the back end of the machine and on the front end of the machine. So on the back end, that means your 4 primary digging functions, your boom, stick, bucket, and swing. I can go into the display and set my joystick response and modulation for each one of those circuits. And likewise for the loader ends, through the display, I can set the response and modulation as well for my lift and my tilt circuits, okay? This machine, as you can see, about halfway down the dipper stick, it's got the optional hoe auxiliary circuit. Another nice update we've made is we have the ability to change from one-way flow for tools like hammers or compactors to two-way flow for tools like augers and thumbs by just hitting a rocker switch in the cab. Before this change, an operator would have to manually reach up in the rear hitch of the machine and turn a ball valve handle about 90 degrees to switch from one-way to two-way flow. Now it's all inside the cab. Another update is courtesy lighting. If the machine comes from the factory with the optional LED work light package, we have under hood lighting now as well, and lighting in our battery box. Last thing I want to mention is controls, and this is another nice update we made as well. Well, ever since the 40 and the 50 got updated and came out in late 2018, the only control system was our Caterpillar seat-mounted joystick. That's still available for the 440 and the 450. However, now we are offering, I'll call it a traditional control layout, where we have a dedicated loader control handle, and now the joysticks to run the back end of the machine are on the pod towers, just like it is on our other models as well that have the pilot hydraulics. However, these are still electronic joysticks for both the loader and the back end, which again is why you do have the ability to tune by function through the display that I spoke of earlier. So those are some of the big highlights for the 440 and the 450 update. Again, went into production in June of this year. Any more questions, go see your local Cat dealer.
For more videos like this, click the playlist on the screen now.